Frank.
Oh, don't plan on Frank being here.
He's gone.
There's no way Frank's going to show up.
He's PJ sold. Shows his tits and then gets killed.
Local H has a song called Whatever Happened to PJ Souls.
Oh!
And it's kind of like how you forget someone. And that's
funny.
They use her for that.
Oh, I like your green screen background. That's kind of good.
That's
nice. Yeah, it looks like any street in America.
Yeah.
Except you should have that scene where Michael Myers is coming out of the bush.
It is him. That's what the scene is.
Yeah, but it's just cropped out. You can't see it. You gotta move it.
I know. So fine, you introduce the fucking show then. I'll do that.
Halloween, John Carpenter's classic. The movie that launched 1,000 sequels, and they're all shit. This is probably the worst franchise in the history of horror, but people love it so much. I don't know why, because they're just stupid. I don't know.
Let's see. No.
There you go. It's a little bit better.
A little bit, but still not there.
I see bushes. Because honestly, this is like a franchise that just won't die. It's like it's horror itself. It's just there. It is. There he is. There's Captain Kirk.
It looks like a last known photo of Michael Myers.
Hi.
Have you seen this man?
I'm not going, Jim.
He went missing in the Haddonfield area.
Hi. That's creepy. That's what Halloween is. Just creepy.
All right, Halloween. Oh, welcome to LIW John Carpenter Review, episode 22.
Sure.
Today we're talking Halloween of 1978, and I wish Adam was here to talk about with us. We are also live streaming to his channel, Raise the Lost Flicks.
Because he would have had more to say about this movie, because I just don't care.
Okay, well, I guess with a lot of these, we kind of just begin with our history with the movie. What's your history with Halloween, the movie, not the holiday?
I mean, I remember seeing it years ago as a kid. Like the Halloween theme is buried in your mind as Halloween. Like John Carpenter is going to be forever remembered for the score of Halloween. It's his mark. He owns the holiday with that score alone. No other composition comes close to capturing what Halloween is. Maybe Fantasia did it once, but I think John Carpenter took over that spot. And the movie itself is fun. Like I remember watching it, I think on AMC when it's on like every day for Halloween. And I think I've just seen it so many times on AMC because there's not much to it. There's no gore. There's not really a lot of curse words, and there's one tit shot in the whole thing. There's two tits. Well, I mean, like, yeah, there's a pair of tits. Is that?
No, you get PJ Souls and you get the Annie girl.
Who?
Or not Annie girl, the sister.
Are you sure? Are you thinking Halloween 2?
No, the sister when he kills her.
Is she naked?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I just watched it last night.
Oh, that's right. In the beginning.
Yeah. It's not zombies, like big old fake titties, like, oh no.
I don't remember that.
Fucking Rob Zombie.
I totally I memory wiped my Hellraiser Rob Zombie show. I can't remember seeing that one. I saw it in the theaters. I just don't remember it.
They're awful.
I think the second one was interesting.
I hated the second one.
A lot of people hate the second one, but I'll give it to Rob Zombie. He tried something different as opposed to every other Halloween movie, which sucks. They're all bad because they reboot each other every fucking time. Every single Halloween sequel is a reboot of the last one. You realize that?
Puppet Master, all over again.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Yeah,
more eyes watching.
Charles Band was taking notes on the Halloween franchise.
Oh yeah,
I can do something fucking stupid too. For cheap.
I also can forget my own history of my own movies.
Nazis.
Oh no, he was something else now.
Yeah, it's something else now. But that's
what himself in a Hollywood hotel. No, he's a Nazi now.
Halloween Kills Again is going to be Michael Myers was a Nazi. He's a Nazi experiment gone wrong, and Haddonfield is where like this Nazi war criminal was creating Michael Myers in his basement. And he gets loose.
I would pay big money to see Charles Band's Halloween, and they're all the puppets.
Oh, absolutely. That'd be fantastic.
Get the South Park guys involved.
They're not working with dummies again. They can't. They said that never again. Not happening.
It'd be amazing, though. I'd watch the shit out of that.
It would be funny.
It'd be better than Halloween Kills.
If anything's better than that. I didn't even bother because I heard this was so terrible.
Let's finish up this, and then we'll get into the sequels and all that.
Right. What about you?
When's the last time you actually sat down and watched this?
Oh, God. Probably 7-8 years ago. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I've seen it. I've seen it a number of times. Like I mean, but it's just like it's one of those. There's nothing to it. It's pretty boring. It's a boring movie.
I remember growing up watching the Halloween movies and not liking them and being like, "Oh, they're so stupid and like over the top." And he's this unstoppable monster. And then I watched the first one again, and I was like, "Oh, it's a solid movie actually. It's like really tightly paced. It's like slow, but it's on purpose."
Yeah.
And it opens with the shot, and it's like Michael Myers is a kid and he's stalking his sister.
Oh yeah, that's
It's
a
right
great
into the
opening.
movie.
Yeah.
I really do enjoy this movie. However, we mentioned the sequels, and of course we have to talk about them. They quickly fall apart. I don't mind the second one. It has some dumb shit, and everyone hates it because it has that reveal that Laurie's his sister, which is just dumb. It doesn't make any sense. And then it falls apart after that. Because three is the one without Michael Myers, obviously, and 4, 5, 6. I don't. 4, 5, and 6. I have zero. I've watched them like 7 times each, and nothing sticks. I cannot remember a goddamn thing from them.
Well, I just watched 5 and 6 or 4 and 5 not too long ago because the first time I ever saw him, watched it on Adam's show with him, and the fourth one was actually decent.
Oh,
because
the fourth one is when Donald Pleasant shows up and he has a little scar.
Well, he's got the.
He's burned alive.
I tried to kill him. I put him on fire. I shot him. He's evil, pure evil. I have to kill him.
I'll get you, Pummerman.
He's a boogeyman, the real one. Yes. And he always screams. He's always mad and drunk and screaming, which isn't. I think was just him in general. He wasn't acting.
No, get off the fucking porch, Lonnie.
And he scares those kids.
Yeah,
he's funny in the Halloween movies. I enjoy Donald Pleasance in the Halloween. Like, what a great way to like 401k. He was sort of like, no one's hiring me anymore, but fuck, I do these Halloween movies. They're getting paid, $500,000 per picture. That's enough for me.
The first one, I just stood in the bushes the whole movie.
Yeah,
I can do that again.
Evil. He's evil.
Okay, so 4, 5, and 6, no memory. I remember 4. He has the scars, even though at the end of the second one he was incinerated.
He was blown the fuck up.
And the 6th one has Paul Rudd, and that's the one where Donald Pleasance died.
In real life, not in the movie.
In real life. I think he died in the movie, too, didn't he?
He might have, but...
Yeah, I think that's how they got rid of him.
That's did they get rid of him? They brought him back as Michael McDowell, and they brought him back as a guy in makeup in the new Halloween Kills movie. I saw that. It
fucking works. That's one of the few things that works in this new movie. That guy looks great.
It's all makeup.
Yeah,
because the guy had like basic the facial features of Donald Pleasance. They just kind of added layers to it and made him look more like Loomis, and with the lighting, it worked.
If you look at that actor, he already looks 85% there.
Yeah.
They just put on some glasses and some makeup to make him a little chunkier.
Well, I guess it's not even the actor. He was a member of the crew.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
He's like the set decorator, some weird like that. I don't know. But anyway, Halloween, the first one, people call it slow. People call it boring. I don't agree. I get bored very quickly in movies if they're not moving along. But this one, I felt like the slow pacing was there to set in the atmosphere and the character. So that works for me.
Yeah.
I also saw something about the acting and how bad the acting is. I'm like, I thought the acting was fine. I don't have nothing against it.
No, it's a bunch of 25 to 30-year-olds playing 17-year-olds, obviously.
Especially the character name, Bob. Bob is the one that's with PJ Souls.
Yes,
he looks like he's 52.
And Hollywood Kills, he's portrayed by Bob Odenkirk.
Just his voice.
No, his picture, because they took his picture and they put on the newsreel. Like this was 2 of the victims of Halloween 1978.
Bob also has a line in that movie, in the original Halloween, that I had to stop and go, wait, because the first time I was really paying attention to the character names. But he's going inside the house of PJ Souls while Annie's gone. Annie went to go pick up her boyfriend, whatever the fuck his name was. And they go inside the house. They're talking about going inside. He's like, yeah, I know the plan. First I take off your clothes, then you take off my clothes, and then I take off Lindsay's clothes. And I always thought he was talking about Annie. Then I realized Lindsay's the little girl that she's babysitting.
No. No.
Yeah, I looked it up.
No.
Yes,
Ugh, so
I
it
think it was
went.
supposed to be like a sick on
Oh.
purpose joke, but I'm like, oh, Bob.
He's
Ah.
hilarious.
And then he gets killed, and I'm like, oh, he doesn't get his wish. Poor guy. Dick or Treat. I just read your name.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's clever.
Dick or Trick. Oh,
Dick or Trick. It was Dick or Treat, and I changed to Dick or Trick.
Dick for Trick.
Dick for a trick.
Trick for Dick.
Halloween.
Halloween.
The bitter and the sweet. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's fine. Like I don't hate Halloween. I've never been like a giant. I'm not a horror person. Like horror is
Yeah.
fine. I'm just like the Friday 13 movies are stupid. Nightmare on Elm Street is stupid. Like all these movies don't appeal to me. I don't know. Not a horror person.
I say when you're in a horror movie series, people that are fans of horror movies love them way too much, unjustifiably. They will
Yeah,
die with those movies, and I'm like, you realize most of them are garbage, right?
they all have like the most tattoos out of every movie fan in the history.
Yeah,
They're just
like
covered in tattoos.
the original Halloween was just supposed to be one movie. That's it.
Yeah,
They made him do a sequel. The sequel's okay. Like it's shot really well. The Dean Cundy, John Carpenter thing
yeah.
looks good, but the story's stupid. And then it just falls apart after that. And they're unwatchable, a lot of those sequels. Like I said, I've watched them several times and just nothing sticks. I remember a little girl, I think it's Laurie's daughter in those movies.
Well, that's the thing. Was it her niece or was it her daughter? It was her
Supposed to be her
daughter,
daughter.
right?
And then, it's her daughter in those movies. And I remember 5, he had that weird derpy mask that wasn't the Shatner one.
Yes.
Weird. But so she has a daughter in those original ones, or in the original series, quote. And then later on, when she came back for H2O, Josh Hartnett is suddenly her son. She has no daughter.
Right.
And then cut to these new movies, she has a daughter, and Josh Hartnett never existed. And it's like,
So
I realized
it's a perfect world. Josh Hartnett never exists.
he's on Josh Hartnett Island, where he went. He doesn't own the island. He just got stranded there.
Yes.
Is he on some new show?
He shows up in things here and there. I just don't understand like the appeal of Josh Hartnett. He's fine. Like, I don't like. I think he's pretty a nice guy. I think he knows how lucky he is, but there's just nothing about him that's interesting or appealing.
I like 30 Days a Night quite a bit.
Yeah. So Halloween has a 7.7 on IMDb.
Yes.
I feel like that's about accurate.
I gave it a 7.
Halloween 2 has a 6.5 rating.
That's a little too low.
Halloween 3 probably has a lower rating, I bet you. Let's see. Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Come on. Jesus Christ.
Good old freezing up.
Halloween 3. Now, I like the idea.
Oh, Halloween 3 is 5.0.
Is it? Jesus.
And then it goes to 4 is a 5, and 5 is a 5.1, 6 is a 4.8, 7 is a 5.8, and I don't see Halloween Resurrection. That's probably the lowest because it's the worst. That's the one where it opens up with Jamie Lee Curtis getting killed.
Yeah. I never saw that one.
And then Busta Rhymes is in it.
The Busta Rhymes was is probably the only one I've never seen.
It's really bad.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
Because the thing about these horror movie series, it's basically this, what was the other one? Hellraiser.
Yeah.
This Hellraiser and like Leprechaun all kind of followed the same trajectory. Only Halloween never went to space.
It's early yet.
Yeah, give it time. If it was going to, it would have by now. I think they know now they can't do that.
No.
Yeah, it's just that was a fad. Like Hellraiser 4, Leprechaun 4 in space, Jason X,
and Critters was in space.
Well, they're aliens.
They're from, so they can get away with it.
Yeah,
but the one with DiCaprio was specifically in a spaceship. And Event Horizon is a haunted house movie in space.
There was a lot of those in the 90s. And that
Yeah,
was never a good idea.
space and horror. An Alien technically is a horror movie
Yeah, but that's about aliens.
in space.
They have to be in space.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. See, that's where it makes sense. Because Ridley Scott knows what he's doing.
Sure.
Or does he? I
Yeah,
don't
his new
know.
movie looks great.
Oh, it looks terrible. Yeah, I heard it's awful. One of the reviews for his new movie was, we need to make a promise, people, that Matt Damon and Ben Affleck can never write again. They're not allowed to write another screenplay together ever again
It
after
looks
this
like
movie.
I was watching the trailer. It's like, what's his name? Guy from Star Wars. Why can't I think of his name?
Oh, which one? Ewan McGregor,
No.
Hayden Christensen, Mark Hamill,
No, the
Harrison
new ones.
Ford, Oscar Isaac.
The tall dude. Driver? Adam Driver.
Driver. No, he's in it.
And I was like, oh, this looks like Adam Driver and that girl are playing like dressed up. Like they're doing like a community theater. I'm like, oh, Ridley Scott? What the hell? What the hell happened to you?
I'm in a Ridley Scott movie. I'm Adam Driver.
It's Lady Gaga. That's who it is.
Lady Gaga. No, it isn't. No, that's the other movie they're doing. That's the Armani movie.
Yeah, that's what I saw the trailer for.
Yeah.
What's the other Ridley Scott movie?
The one that we're talking about, the Ben Affleck, Matt Damon written movie, The Last Duel.
Yeah, The Last Duel.
Yeah, Ridley Scott movie. And I think Adam Driver's in that one too.
Oh no.
That's why he's in the Gucci movie, because he just worked with him on The Last Duel.
Yeah, I was talking about the Gucci one at first.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because that's also a Ridley Scott movie.
Yes, it is.
Man, he hasn't made a movie I want to watch in so long.
I'm trying to think what's the last movie he made that I watched that I was like, oh, this is good. I can't think of any.
Let's look right now, and then we'll get back to Halloween series. I want to talk about Halloween Kills.
Okay. Yes, I want to hear.
Oh no, Gladiator 2 announced. That'll never.
No.
Gucci, Last Duel. All the Money in the World.
That's right. That was the one with Kevin Spacey got replaced by Christopher Plummer.
Oh, yeah, that's why nobody saw it.
Yeah.
Alien Covenant, I did see that. The Martian.
I saw those.
Exodus, Gods and Kings, I did not watch.
I did not see that one.
The Counselor, I did not watch.
I saw it's awful.
The Vatican, I did not watch.
The Vatican?
Yeah, TV movie.
I didn't see
Prometheus,
that.
I saw.
I hate Prometheus.
Robin Hood, I saw.
I hate Robin
Body
Hood.
of Lies. American Gangster was the last movie he made I liked.
American Gangster's fine. Yeah,
2007.
It's an okay movie. I think it's one of it's okay.
And before that was Matchstick Men back in 2003.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You doing your Troll 2?
No, I'm looking at.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah. Oh my god, they're gonna eat me too. Oh my god. Ew, if that's Kevin Smith, ew. That can't be Kevin Smith's wife. She looks terrible.
Oh yeah?
I guess it is. Oh my god.
Is she texting you pictures?
No, it's on Instagram.
She's doing selfies to you. Like, hey. Halloween Kills. Okay, let's stop fucking around. Let's get into this, because Halloween, this is how the new series works. The Halloween 2018 came out. They're ignoring everything except the first movie, which means Laurie's not related to him.
Yes.
Which to me, when I was watching this yesterday, the original movie, I'm sitting here, I'm going, why is he stalking her? I don't know. They never answer it. So that's why they gave that bullshit that he's his sister in the second one. But
yeah,
I both like it and don't like it that there's no motivation for him stalking her. He just starts stalking her, and that's all he wants to do is kill this girl. And all he does, he kills 5 people in this movie, Halloween.
Yes.
One of them was when he was 6.
Yeah.
One of them is off screen because it's the guy he gets that suit from, the mechanic suit.
Yes.
So he kills 3 people on screen in this entire movie, as Michael, quote Michael Myers.
Right.
3 people.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. What a wonderful time the 70s were. What quaint time.
Oh yeah, it's nice.
Only 3 murders.
I was watching this and I'm going, I see why. I see all these things that they're setting up, these scenes that happen that all horror movies have to do after that. Like the scene where the girl goes in the classroom and she's sitting there, and Laurie Strode looks out the window and sees him. And like every single other horror movie ever came out after this has to do that.
Do you think they'd make it better though if he was just jerking off mad, like just insanely? Ah!
I was in an insane asylum for 15 years.
Ah!
All puberty years, bitch.
Oh my god! I gotta drain these pipes.
Yeah, it's. I guess part of the problem with the original is you don't get any. All the backstory is told to you, so it's Donald Pleasance going. He never talked for 15 years. I've worked with him, and I realized there's nothing there behind the eyes. You know,
He's evil.
we don't see any of that.
Yeah.
That's kind of a problem.
Well, I don't know if it's because in those days movies didn't need extensive backstory like they do now. Because now every movie you see is the whole first part of the movie's backstory.
Yeah.
Like the Rob Zombie version. That was the entire backstory to Michael Myers, which we didn't need.
Yeah.
And it made the movie like 4 hours long. You ever want to watch this 4-hour cut? There's like a 3-hour cut, isn't there, on DVD? Of the original, like the director's cut of Halloween.
Oh, I want more Rob Zombie, thank you.
Exactly.
Said only Sherry Moon Zombie ever.
And his brother.
He has a brother?
Yeah, his brother is Powerman 5000.
Daryl Zombie?
Yeah, Daryl Zombie. There's Rob Zombie, there's Daryl Zombie, there's I Zombie, there's
Demetrius Zombie.
Demetrius Zombie.
Their mother, Gertrude Zombie, must be proud.
It's very proud. Oh, yeah.
Zombie compound.
I love all my boys are so good. They're so talented. This is Gertrude Zombie. No, from the Midwest.
These fucking kids are fucking great. I fucking love them fuckers. Those little shits.
Oh, that's because it's a Rob Zombie movie.
Yeah. That'd be his backstory movie.
And there'll be some kind of 1970s B-side song playing in the background.
Oh, yeah. But not one you want to hear.
Well, because you can't afford the rights to the ones you want to hear. You'll have a low budget. You're going to get like the C side of the greatest hits album, the track that he didn't use, but it sounds kind of like the same song you want. And the one that never went anywhere, they'd had in the vault, and they just re-released it for the 30th anniversary to promote the old album.
And he'll get a new band to cover it, so it's cheaper.
Exactly.
Like they pay the rights, he'll just piggyback off that. Fuck it. Might as well.
Yeah.
I don't want to see Rob Zombie again. Let's talk. I'm not even going to talk about his movies because I only watched them once, and I was like, "Fuck."
Yeah, that was enough. Once was enough.
But okay, so I'm setting up the original just so I can talk about Halloween Kills here in a second. The original one is very quaint, very slick the way it's shot. It's a sliding camera the whole time. Dean Cundy just kind of walks around with the camera. It's really basic, and you can tell he did those long shots to fill time. We already got the lighting set up. I'll just walk around for 3 minutes. That'll kill 3 minutes of screen time. You can tell that's what they were doing in the moment. And it works. They made it work to their advantage. A good filmmaker like John Carpenter uses his no budget to your advantage. How do I make this creative without money? And that's what Halloween really exceeds at. It doesn't exceed with the kills. There's not many, but it doesn't need to be. He's not supposed to be a fucking monster. He's like Jason is a monster. Literally a fucking mutant monster in some of those movies. Way over the top.
Yeah.
My problem comes with the new movies. The 2018 comes around. Jamie Lee Curtis is back. And then she's like driven fucking crazy by 3 murders that happened when 40 years ago.
Right.
And it's like, why?
Yeah.
Why are you preparing this hard? Like at some point, the time spent is outweighing the benefit.
Right.
She spent 40 years living in fear and planning for this. Also, she can live another 15 after he does show up. Like, you know what I mean? Like the scales are tipped in one direction. You wasted your whole fucking life waiting for this monster to come out.
Right, yeah. And you don't even get a good shot on him, too. Your daughter does.
Yeah. She could have witnessed.
The daughter's the one that did it, yeah.
She could have slipped someone $200 to poison him.
Well, sure.
And been done with this shit.
Yeah. But the poison wouldn't do anything because he's pure evil. The poison would die in the cup before we drink it.
It feels like in the new movies, they took that way too literally. And I always thought it was just a throwaway line of judgment by Donald Pleasance in the original. Like, he's pure evil. He's just saying there's not a person there. He's not saying he's a literal supernatural demon. In the new movie's like, yep, he's a fucking demon.
Is it like for sure? Because I didn't. I heard there's a twist ending on this movie. Is there a twist ending, or what was the deal?
Yes and no. Well, I just want to say spoilers for Halloween Kills. If you want to watch it, go ahead and do that. I'll be on Halloween Kills in a moment. I still want to talk about the first one that came out,
Okay.
Halloween, the third movie called Halloween, from 2018. It's an okay movie. It's fine. It's not. I wasn't bothered by it. I just thought some of it's dumb. They have way too many side characters that just have nonsense dialogue for 5 minutes and then get killed, and you're like, what was that?
This is
Why did I have
Halloween Kills you're talking about.
no Halloween, the 2018 version?
Oh, 2018 version. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
On those guys talking about like the food in their car, the
Yeah, no, yeah.
cops,
There's a
and then
lot of
just
that going
die.
on. Yeah, yeah.
Then it cuts to that guy, kid talking about dancing with his
That
dad, and
was
they
the
die.
funniest part, though. Yeah, I'm a dancer, Dad. I like to go dancing. The
But
kid
they
talking like he
die, and
smoked
you're like,
five,
what was
snapped
that?
his neck like a twig. Yeah.
It's just like
Oh my God, Michael Myers is killing me. I'm the kid from that movie.
he spends way too much time introducing characters and just kills them, and you're like,
Yeah.
they didn't have anything to do with the plot. They're just there as fodder for Michael Myers to show up and
We call that
plow
the
through.
Stephen King effect.
Damn, it's annoying.
Stephen King does that. He'll have like a character that'll just be there for like 5 pages, and then they disappear, either die or they're just witnessing something that happens in the overall story. We never see them again.
Yeah.
It's just like, ugh, I don't care.
I'm fine if you don't see him again, but if the only point of their being introduced is to have a 3-page scene of dialogue and then die, I'm like, why did I need 3 pages to see that?
Just kill him. Yeah.
Just show him kill people and come back to our main characters doing something else. What people I care about.
Well, at least Friday the 13th kind of got that right because Jason goes and kills indiscriminately. But then again, we do get their background stories. There's always like,
Yeah.
there's always that weirdo that was living with his fat wife in the woods, and they're having an argument, and then they're always white trash and hillbilly, and they get killed by Jason. It's always like first it's the husband, then it's the wife, and she's like, "Oh my God, Carl, where are you?" Ah, and she gets the machete through the face.
The one that's like, get the fuck out of here, you fucking fuck, like that one.
Yeah,
Zombie.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the Friday the 13th movies, they don't do as much backstory with them. Like we don't get whole scene for the most part. And it's a lot of them. One of the characters are there, like they go run into him and they get killed.
Yeah.
This is just cut to somewhere else in the city of Haddonfield, the town of Haddonfield.
Yeah.
Here's a scene with these two actors doing a fucking 3-page scene together. Oh, they're dead now. All right, let's go back over here. It's like, why did I have to watch that? It feels like like they edited in from a different movie. It's so
right. Yeah.
There's no sequence and it's not tied into the narrative at all.
Was the guy from Mad TV in this movie?
Yes.
He's one of the gay guys, right?
Yes.
So Michael Myers is a homophobe.
Okay. Real quick. End of the movie, they trap Michael Myers in the house. They burn him alive, right? In the end of 2018 Halloween.
Yes.
And then we also have a trailer for Halloween Kills, and it's of course he's alive. Okay, the new movie is fucking awful. I hated it. I hated it all the way through.
Wow.
I watched the movies and I'm like, yeah, they're horror movies. They're supposed to be okay, like at best.
Right.
This one's fucking terrible. It looks awful. It's the most garbage movie I've ever seen in a long time, I should say. I won't go too crazy, but it looks awful. The acting is atrocious. The writing is maybe the worst I've seen in a very, very long time.
Wow.
And it introduces all these characters, and you have really long 8-9 minute scenes with them.
Oh.
And then they just get killed at the end of the scene.
Mm.
And you're like, why did I have to sit here and watch that? And they're talking about like fucking sandwiches in the first one, and this one they're talking about. I can't even tell you what they're talking about because it's just rambling, and they're having these quirky scenes together.
They're not even funny either, right? They're just like,
no, it's so boring.
Ugh.
But they get killed at the end. That's all you need to know.
Right, yeah.
It's just like, all right, now he's back here. Okay, but so he's alive. There's a cool sequence that doesn't make any sense where suddenly Michael Myers is very different. And you know how he would sulk in the shadows and he'd slip along and he'd be out in the open, but when you walk toward him, he did that thing where you walk behind the bush.
Yeah.
With Annie and Laurie in the beginning of the first movie. He'd vanish. He doesn't want you to, he's not confrontational. He likes to sneak up on you and catch you off guard.
Right.
This movie, he kills the firefighters inside, goes outside, and he has that thing that they break down doors with. Not an axe, but it's like this block with a spike on it.
Okay.
And he's just like, and then he gets in a fucking fight with like 17 people, 17 firemen. And it's like 300.
Holy shit, he's fighting. So
Yes.
I know he fights the mob at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
There's a mob he fight. So they set up the beginning with him fighting a bunch of firefighters, and they end with him fighting another bunch of group of people. Oh my god!
He kills all the firemen, and it's just like a fight scene. It's like John Wick, and I'm like, what is happening? This is Michael Myers. Yeah. Holy shit! They've gone so far off script. My problem being, this is what I'm getting to ultimately. If they're saying this is the Michael Myers from the first movie, why is he acting just like Michael Myers from all of the sequels? The sequels that they're pretending don't exist.
Right.
It's so fucking dumb.
Yeah.
And they bring back all these cast members, the actual cast members from
right. Yeah, I saw that. That's kind of embarrassing.
They only brought back like two actual actors that portrayed themselves in the original.
Right.
That would be what's her name? Kyle Richards.
Two of them are Desperate Housewives, I guess.
And Charles Cyphers. They brought back those two.
And the nurse.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, the nurse.
The nurse who no one knows what her name is, and it makes no sense because she's attacked in her car, not in Haddonfield, but at the hospital.
At the hospital in the beginning.
Why is she there?
It's a fan service movie. The whole movie is like when I watched the Ghostbusters Afterlife trailer, and Paul Rudd's walked up and wants to play with a little Stay Puft Marshmallow Man that's this big, and I'm like, that's just there for fan service. It doesn't make any sense.
Right.
This whole movie is that. They brought back holy shit. They brought back Marion, the Tommy, and then Lonnie. All those characters are back, and like those are characters that were mentioned and seen for a couple shots in the beginning. Right. Tommy was a little bit more involved, but
granted, also, but Anthony Michael Hall plays Tommy, right?
Yeah.
And he's not. It's not the same actor. He wasn't. Anthony Michael Hall was not in the original Halloween, so he's playing that character. So again, it's not even really an homage. It's just an homage in general because it's not even the same actor.
It's like Star Wars when the Millennium Falcon. You've ever heard of that? Like that.
It's member berries.
Everything you've ever heard about the Force.
Yeah.
All true. It's that scene just stretched out over a movie.
Everything you heard about Michael Myers is true.
Yeah.
All of it.
Here's the point of the movie. First of all, I read that they just wanted to do one movie, and then they got greenlit for 3 movies. And they're like, fuck, what's the second one?
Well, that's we'll do this.
Nothing happens in the second movie. Nothing. It's
well, I love the fact that Jamie Lee Curtis is trying to make it political when she's doing interviews, and she's saying it's very timely because what just happened. It's just like, bitch, you made this movie 2 years ago. It's held back because of the pandemic, so you can't say that you were making a political movie because bullshit. It was made before all that happened. I also shut up. Like, you can't make it a political thing.
78. The remake is 2018. The sequel's 81. This is 2021. And then the third movie is 1982. The third movie's for this is going to be 2022. And it's like, we weren't supposed to be. They all got pushed back a year.
No, it's supposed to be the same. It's all on the same night too, by the way, because 2018 Halloween. This is night 2.
The third movie is going to be later. I read that.
Well, third movie, well, no. He's doing a third movie now because he's going to go do the Exorcist Trilogy next. They're doing Exorcist Trilogy now. Yeah.
Okay.
Jason Blum and David Gordon Green, they're going to go and do their Exorcist Trilogy now.
How? Okay. David Gordon Green. I don't like the acting in these first 2 Halloween movies that he's done. I don't like the story in the first 2 Halloween movies that he's done. I don't like the directing in the first 2 Halloween movies that he's done. Joe is a movie he did with Nick Cage. Acting's on point, script is solid, and the direction is top notch. He fucking knocked it out of the park with Joe. The acting being the highest part. Like some of those actors are just like workers.
Yeah.
There. And they put in a better performance than anyone in this movie.
Well, yeah. I think this was a cash grab. That's all this was.
It's pathetic. It is.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm sitting there watching. I'm like, I can't tell you how many times I did this. Like, move on.
Yeah.
But yes, to get to your question from a while ago, Michael.
Michael J. Myers.
No. Oh, I forgot his name by now. Mad TV. Michael.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Michael Murphy or
No,
Michael McDonald.
Michael McDonald is in this movie.
Yes.
He's in a relationship with the guy from The Mick. If you've ever seen that TV show,
Oh,
Caitlin Olsen's show, away from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, she did a show called The Mick. It's pretty good. And
Oh, yeah.
her
I think.
loser boyfriend in that show plays Michael McDonald's boyfriend or husband or whatever they are.
Okay.
And it's like big and little. I forget what their names are. They have the same name. Big John, Little John. I think that's what it is.
Oh.
But they live in Michael's old house, and they're scaring
Okay.
kids away. So I'm like, okay, these two actually kind of matter because they live in his house. But they have a whole long scene where they scare some kids away, and then it cuts away from them for a while, and then it cuts back to them, and they're having this scene where the Little John or Big John's smoking a joint, and Michael McDonald's in the other room doing something, and then they keep talking for 5 more minutes, and they keep talking, and then they get killed, and they get killed, regularly, like in a movie. They don't, and then he poses them together. It was actually kind of sweet when Michael Myers killed him because they show a photo and it's one guy and Michael McDonald's on his lap. And he's looking up, smiling, and he does it the opposite. So the other guy's looking up and smiling, and he poses him just like that.
Okay, so he's going off the picture then.
Yeah, but you're watching it, and I didn't even think about it.
And
then suddenly, yesterday, we were talking about watching this movie, and Frank's like talking about the homophobia, and I'm like, how the fuck do you get that? And I was like, so are gay people supposed to be immortal? Are they not supposed to be represented in this movie? Are they? It's a movie about a guy who kills anyone for any reason. They're in his fucking house. Was he supposed to scare them away? What is the logic here? What's the ultimate goal? And I don't believe anyone is actually outraged. This is pure clickbait bullshit.
Oh yeah.
I'm not even going to talk about it anymore to warrant this because I hate people who pretend to be outraged about stuff.
Yeah.
I never actually hear the outrage. I hear the people commenting on how much outrage there is.
Right.
That's what the internet is right now.
Well, that's what it's for. Yeah. It's the talk back. It's the message boards, the blue check Twitter people who want to fight everything for some kind of equality thing. I don't know. Just whatever. I don't care anymore. I hope they all die. I hope Michael Myers kills them all.
But like,
kills the machine. Kills them all.
But like, if you're looking for equality, here you go.
Right.
This is what it looks like.
But then you have that scene where, well, I guess is Michael Myers a racist because he kills a lot of black people in this movie too. By the way, so is Michael Myers a homophobe racist?
Oh, he also killed some women, so he's a sexist too.
Well, yeah, obviously. Come on,
because you can't be sexist against men. You can't be. It can only go one way.
Toxic masculinity.
But like, he doesn't treat them any differently than he does anyone else. He
Except
just
for the gay couple
because they're in his way.
Because he put them in a nice picture pose.
Yeah, after they were dead.
I think you took a key. I love what you've done to the place.
If anything, he was more sweet to these people than anyone else in the whole series.
There you go.
So how are you looking at this going, he's a homophobe? Like, he was very accepting of the relationship. He put them together in the end.
If he was a homophobe, he wouldn't even touch them.
Yeah.
Oh. Then again, if Michael Myers didn't talk but just sighed. Ugh.
He does kill 4 black people now that I think about it.
Well, yes, he kills lots of black people. He kills more blacks than gays.
He kills
violently and kind of.
Actually, no.
He kills that black lady with the fluorescent tube, and it's kind of like aggressively violent. And then he kills her husband in front of her.
Now I think about it, I think her husband was white. Her husband was white.
Well, no, yeah, but that was his punishment for marrying a black woman, because Michael Myers is a bigot. He's a racist.
And to be fair, he doesn't kill her.
He stabs her with the tube.
No. Okay. Yeah, I watched the movie.
Yes.
He stabs the husband, drags him away. Wife starts to flee, breaks off the light bulb, stabs her in the throat, kind of off the side.
Yeah.
She's bleeding out, and he goes and grabs the husband again and sets the husband on the counter. He's like, and un-Michael Myers way, stabs him over and over and over. Like, that's not what Michael Myers does. He's never done that. Why is he suddenly doing this? This is the shit I'm saying. It adds up to like stupid. He's doing this, and he looks over at her, and she's like, and she's still alive, and she's just got the thing in her neck. He broke off, but it's still, still the glass there, and she's just like holding her neck, and he just goes. He doesn't wave, but he's like, "Right, fuck off, bye," and leaves. So we don't see her die.
Well, I think she's dead.
I can assume she died, but
she died. I think she's dead, unless she's in the third one. She comes back. She's the same night, so she's running in the streets. Time to get her. Let's get her. She's going to use the tube and stab him in the face.
Okay, moving on to the rest of the movie.
How long is this movie? Is it like a 2-hour movie?
Oh, it's an eternity.
Oh my god!
They get the whole town riled up in this mob, which is probably what Jamie Lee Curtis is talking about.
Yes, well, that's what she's talking about. Yeah.
This is the only interesting thing in the movie. That's it. The mob gets riled up because it's the only thing they slowly set up, and it slowly pays off. Because there was another guy that escaped with Michael Myers that night. There was another mental patient.
That's right. Yeah, I saw that. And
they're all chasing him. He jumps off a building, and his head fucking explodes, and his arms all blown up, and he's like, and it's like, oh my god, why?
He doesn't come up, does he?
What?
Like the way you described it, I feel like he falls off the building, he blows up, and then he stands up going, bah!
No, his head hits the ground and like brains spray out.
Yeah.
His face is like, oh, and he's like, his arms all broken and twisted, and
fantastic.
Yeah, but he gets up. No,
that's what I mean. He's dead. He's
Michael
Myers.
But they all realize their mistake, and they're all like, okay. Meanwhile, Jamie Lee Curtis, the star of these movies, sits in a hospital bed for the entirety of the movie.
That's what I heard, yeah.
She does not leave the hospital at all.
I was just glad to see Will Patton live from the last movie.
Will Patton lived because they realized we have to do 3 movies. Fuck, we need something.
And he's the guy that ties into the first movie magically somehow. I don't know how.
Well, I will say, and this is kind of why I want to talk about this new movie, because there is flashbacks to the original movie, and I found this more interesting than anything in the actual movie. Except for the mob sequences, which are well done, but they do flashback sequences to 1978, and they did the digital grain effect. It looked pretty good, I would say this. They show it, and it's like 1978, and he's like telling his story. Will Patton's telling his backstory.
So they Robert Rodriguez grindhouse this shit.
Yeah, but it actually looked good. Wow. They didn't go too far with like Rob Zombie would have just
right.
I want scratches all over. I want the fucking cigarette burns. I want it all.
It burns off and then it comes back.
Yeah, and you get the Tarantino thing.
Oh yeah.
No, they went real simple with it, and I appreciated that. It was just the night of Michael Myers killing them. He's chasing down Michael Myers, shoots at him, misses, goes up there. Michael Myers is holding his partner, and then Will Patton's character as a kid shoots the partner in the neck, like out of fear. And then Michael Myers drops him and then runs off. So they didn't give Michael an extra kill. They actually gave Will Patton a kill. He goes outside. They do another sequence later on where he goes outside. And it's the same shot at the end of the movie where the camera pulls it.
Right.
It's the same shot, but Michael Myers is out on the porch. And all the cops are surrounding him. And they cut back later, and all the cops are kicking his ass. And Dr. Loomis walks up with a pistol, and he's about ready to shoot him. And then Will Patton pulls the gun up in the air. He's like, no! And he's like, I thought it was just a man. He's basically playing the doctor. He's the new Dr. Loomis, is essentially what's going on. Because they killed the other doctor, his new doctor in the last movie.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
This one, they're bringing in Will Patton, and he's like, he has the same speech where he's like, I thought he was evil. I thought he was a human. I thought he could be redeemed. Now I realize he's pure evil. Same speech Dr. Loomis had in the original. One thing that drove me fucking batshit crazy, and even drove her crazy, and she's far more tolerant about this shit than I am. I want you to watch this movie solely for this reason and count how many times they go, 40 years ago, Michael Myers stalked these streets. We've been living in fear. He's kept us living in fear for 40 years. Tonight, evil dies.
Right, evil dies, yeah.
Tonight.
Yeah.
40 years. Yeah. It's said 40 times, at least. Ugh. It is infuriating how many times they say those lines. To the point where Jamie Lee Curtis has 3 or 4 5-minute speeches and they're told like throughout over top of sequences that you're watching.
Oh no!
So
Oh
it's like
no!
they're chasing Michael Myers, and you hear Laurie talking every once in a while,
Oh,
and she's going 40 years ago, and it's like the same exact dialogue over and over and
oh,
over. It's on a spin cycle. The dialogue, it's insanity. It's
ugh.
crazy how nothing happens in this movie. But yes, the mob gets Michael Myers at the end because Judy Greer plays another trick on him, just like the first movie. And then they all kick the shit out of him, and he's down on the ground, and Judy Greer stabs him. And then we get another speech by Jamie Lee Curtis and Will Patton in the hospital because the elderly actors had to lay in the hospital bed for the whole
Ha!
movie.
Yeah, I can't. They can't do anything like run up the stairs. Shit.
No. The main girl in this movie looks like she aged 15 years since the last
Oh,
movie.
she looked bad and like she's not a pretty. I mean, I don't want to
She's
judge
pretty,
anybody on their
but
looks, but she's just ugly. Uh,
she just looks way older in this one. But
drugs.
they stab Michael Myers. She walks off, and then it cuts to another sequence there. He kills the entire mob. It's while she's going, he's evil. There's nothing that can kill him.
Right. Yeah.
And suddenly he's back alive, kills them all just like the firefighters. And then Judy Greer's in the window, like just like his sister was looking out. And they
Right.
do a fucking Janet Leigh psycho thing where it's flashing, and he starts stabbing the shit out of Judy Greer. And to the point, it was so stylized to the point where I'm going, is this a dream sequence? I didn't know if it was real or not. It was so bad.
Maybe that's the setup. She's going to come back in the third movie because she didn't really kill her.
I think they're saying she's dead.
Okay.
That's what she got out of that. I was too distracted by the Psycho ripoff. It was clearly
Right.
Psycho. Like when you watch that, you can't think of anything else if you've seen Psycho. It's impossible.
Mm.
It was so distracting to the point where I missed if she actually died or not. But she's like, yeah, she's dead. I'm like, okay, great. And then the movie ends. And
That's
I'm like,
how it ends?
what got accomplished here?
That's how it ends. He kills the daughter and that's it?
He kills Judy Greer, not the granddaughter. Not
Yeah, he kills Judy Greer in the house and that's the end of the movie?
Yes. And the camera does the thing again.
Really?
So here's what happened in the movie. He shows up. No, he's already showed up in town. He's killing people. He kills some people in the woods, in a park.
Mm.
The mob comes after him, and then he defeats the mob and kills Judy Greer. That's it.
Wow.
For a 2-hour movie.
Wow.
How long is the fucking movie? I don't even know. It felt like 4 hours.
Mm. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't see it.
And then I went back and watched the original yesterday.
2018.
I watched this 2 nights ago. No, I watched the original.
Oh, the original.
And I was like, how did it get to here? Because if they're ignoring all the sequels, this is just it is hour 45. Holy shit. It's not nearly as long as I thought it was. I gave it a 4, Halloween Kills. I fucking hated it.
A 4? That's generous.
Like I said, there was some stuff I liked. I liked
Yeah.
the flashbacks. I liked the mob scenes.
Yeah.
I do like the idea of the mob and them fucking up. I like that sort of stuff in movies.
Yeah, sure.
Zombie movies.
Yeah.
With the panic stuff. It scares the shit
Yeah.
out of me. That I actually find kind of scary.
Well, because that could happen.
That happens.
Yeah,
That's
it happens all the time.
way
Yeah.
scarier to me than fucking any horror slasher or anything.
Phoenix got the last of the spaghetti. Let's get him.
And then you get
That
fucking
was family. Eat his family.
Harden throwing a can at her head.
Yeah. We want the boy.
Yeah, you get that shit. Can
You
happen.
fucking get him.
Well, she's scary. She's the scariest villain in all of the Mist.
Yeah, well, that's the point. Yeah,
she is. It's
but
terrifying.
There's the same character like that. I guess in the new Midnight Mass show, it's the same character is in the Midnight Mass show.
Is it played by Marsha Gay Harden?
No, but it's close. It's basically the same idea. She's a religious zealot who gets her comeuppance in the end and pays for it. But then everybody, I guess the whole town dies because I told her in the vampires and burned.
Yeah, nice.
Spoiler alert. Sorry, guys. Sorry for ruining Midnight Mass for you. It's a vampire story.
Halloween Kills. It has a 5.7.
That's people like these movies. They have a following.
When I loaded it up on Peacock, it was like 37% on Rotten Tomatoes. I'm like,
yeah,
okay, that's foreboding.
Well, just to tell you know, Peacock has lost $500 million for NBC. So just to go show you out what Peacock's worth, that Halloween Kills is on Peacock for streaming. That's all I got.
There is some good acting in the new Halloween Kills.
Sure.
There is a lot of bad acting.
I like
Uh,
Will Pat. I'm glad Will
oh, Will
Patton's
Patton.
back.
Yeah,
I like him, so I'm
I
glad. I'm
call him
glad he lived.
for her. I call her Officer Armageddon just because it helps
Yes,
know
that's
who that
right.
is.
That's true.
It's like she's terrible with names, and I know most names.
Yeah,
When I watch stuff, I'm like, that's his name, and she's like, well, I'm like Armageddon. Like,
yeah. Woo, Harry
yeah,
just got real.
yeah.
Come on, Harry just got real. When
But
he
there's a lot of
shoots
good
Ben
actors.
Affleck.
Like Robert Longstreet plays Lonnie. He's back from this one. I like him in this one.
Yeah.
Thomas Mann plays young Will Patton. He does a good job. There's enough here that warrants that 4 I gave it. It wasn't a complete waste of time. The problem is, though, it's little sections of the movie that are like every 40 minutes you get a little section of like, oh, that was decent.
Oh yeah, right.
Then
Ugh.
you realize nothing got accomplished in the entire movie.
Oh my god.
So I guess the whole reason I want to talk about Halloween Kills is so we can go back to Halloween and just say, how, when you watch this, do you go back and go, that first movie's so boring? And I'm like, yes, but it makes sense. And it feels like characters exist in this world.
Yes.
And Michael Myers is doing something strategically. Even if he doesn't have a plan, he's like, I'm going here now.
Yeah.
Now I'm going here. And this one, he's just all the fuck over the place. Until what's his fucking name? Anthony Michael Hall points at a map, or him or Robert Longstreet point at the map, and they're like, he's going home. We're tracking him. It's all going home. But it's like, you don't get that by watching Michael
Well,
Myers.
how big is this fucking town? He's been there all night. You can't take a fucking Uber 2 miles to get to his house. This is like the
Well,
longest street in history.
there's also a funny line where we're almost done. I just coughed so hard my voice is gone.
Ah!
Laurie Strode is sitting there with Will Patton. Jamie Lee Curtis is sitting there with Will Patton.
She starts tugging him.
My throat is fucking gone. No, but she's saying like, he's coming back for me. I know he is.
Right.
And then after it, like I said, their dialogue and their conversation cuts back and forth in the last seems like hour of the movie. It's so fucking much. But basically, Will Patton goes, he only showed up at your house early this night because his doctor drove him there. I was there. He stabbed me in the fucking throat. It sucked. But yes, Michael Myers doesn't give a shit about you.
Right.
He wants to kill everyone in this town for some reason.
Yeah.
This is not about you.
Right.
I love that because it made me go, I think that was them writing the reaction to the last movie, the 2019 version.
Yeah.
Because why does he give a fuck about Laurie Strode now?
Right. Well, that was the whole point of the whole series. Beyond that, too, was he was always obsessed with Laurie Strode or Laurie Strode's daughter, because that's who Danielle Harris was in the 4 and 5.
Yeah.
And then
Hey, Danielle Harris.
Whatever. And the 6th one, he like impregnates Danielle Harris. Michael Myers fucks Danielle Harris's character, and because it's a big cult thing. Like it evolves into that. That's 6 or 5. No,
That's
6.
5. No, 6.
The Paul Rudd one.
6 is the one where Danielle Harris's character dies.
No, but they want her to. They took her to have sex with Michael Myers to create the Antichrist. I think that was the subtext. That was the subplot of the movie. And wasn't Paul Rudd Danielle Harris's son? Is that what it is?
Oh God, was he?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. These make no sense.
Because Paul Rudd was older then than this girl is now. Wow. Okay.
Because I'm trying to, because I know there's a director. I have the producer's cut. I haven't watched it.
No,
it's kind of
Paul Rudd was Tommy.
That's what it was. Yeah, Paul Rudd is Tommy. That's right. Yes, that's what.
Here's how bad these movies are.
Yeah.
I've seen them several times, and nothing sticks. And I remember none of it.
They changed the mythology in every single one of these movies, because at the end of 4, Danielle Harris kills her sister, and Donald Pleasence goes, "No, no!" and he's going to kill her. And then flash forward to the fifth one, she wakes up from a nightmare, and the ending never happened. It's so bad. They're so terrible. This franchise sucks.
I just want to show the mask from Halloween 5.
There we go. Yes. I don't see it yet.
No, I'm still looking it up. Here's what the mask looks like, though. It's so bad. It's the only one in the series that has a
No,
Not
this
James T.
isn't.
Kirk mask.
This isn't the. Yeah, there it is. Look at that. It looks like Marilyn Manson.
He looks derpy.
Yeah, it looks like Marilyn Manson.
God, it's so bad. Look at that. It looks like they cut the nose off a horse. Like kept the eyes. I don't know.
Oh, did you see the footage of the
Like
of
Nick Cage. It looks like
look at
Nick
that. Oh,
Cage
there you
mask.
go. That's amazing. The Nick Cage. I want to kill you. I'm looking for
The
my
whole time he's
pig.
talking.
Yes. He didn't. Yeah, he took the he used the non-talking in that stupid Friday Night Freddy movie, and then he talks in this Halloween
Yeah.
remake. I wanted to give Michael Myers a presence, so I just want him to talk the whole movie.
They did a thing this whole Halloween Kills movie where they start to show his face and cut away, or if they show it
Right?
in the news,
Yeah,
it
yeah,
blurs
yeah.
out. The problem is they show his face in the news,
Right.
and then they start attacking this random guy who looks nothing like that guy they just showed. It doesn't make any
Right.
sense.
Yeah.
But then they finally show his face at the end when he's fighting the crowd, and I'm like, I don't give a shit. It doesn't
Was it?
matter what he looks like. What am I going to be surprised? Oh, it's that guy. Like, no, it's not
No,
that
it'd
kind
be
of
great.
movie.
It would have been amazing if they got like a major big star to be Michael Myers, like
But it's
George
like
Clooney or
Don
Hugh
Cheadle.
Jackman. Oh, even better if it was Sam Jackson. Something just totally ridiculous. Brian Cox, just like something stupid.
What?
Ah! And all he does is scream.
If it was just John Goodman,
Oh my god.
and you're like, you suddenly gains 85 pounds. You're like, what the fuck? Where did that come from?
It turned into Ed O'Neill. I need a job. I'll do it.
He's got anger in real life. I think his anger would keep him alive.
Yes.
Ed
No,
O'Neill,
yeah.
a guy who hated his show so much, or didn't give a shit about his show long enough, or Married with Children, that when they wrapped the series, he didn't show up at the party. He's like, why bother? So they just didn't have an after party when the show got canceled.
And he made millions on that show. He did
like,
really
why
well for
bother?
himself. He didn't care. Well, you know why? Because he didn't get along with that Amanda Bierce. Didn't get along with the neighbor girl. What was her name? They didn't like each other. That's why.
He could have said, go fuck yourself, lady.
Well, I think that he didn't want to deal with her anymore. I think that's where it's because he Katie Seagal and the kid, like they all get along.
Yeah,
like they like. I mean, they're like a family enough. Like that, I get.
I think everyone gets along with Katie Seagal.
Yeah,
she looks like she could be mean as a person, but from all accounts of what I've seen, she looks like a goddamn sweetheart, like in real life.
well, she's married to Kurt Sutter, so she must be a fucking saint.
Yeah,
I don't know how you could.
She's got to even him out.
Yeah,
but yeah, everyone loves
that.
her. Everyone that's ever worked with her on a series.
Yeah.
But all right, so Halloween, the 1978 version,
and she's on the Connors now.
Quaint, yeah, she is.
She married
John Goodman.
John Goodman, who's Michael Myers.
Speaking of quaint, this movie is the original is. I like how simple it is.
Yeah,
I like that he only kills 3 people. I know I was joking about being bored earlier. Just he only kills 3 people. I like that. Like keep it fucking simple. I don't like him as a snapping heads around like he does in this new movie. He twists that kid's head around and like
he's like super strong and.
Yeah.
He's basically a psychotic Superman because you can't kill him. He's invincible to everything.
But the problem is, they could have killed him. She stabs him in the chest, and the mob's like, "All right, we're done." And it's like, chop his fucking head off.
Well, yeah, because that's what Jamie Lee Curtis did in H2O and into that series.
It was the ambulance driver. That's what happens.
Oh, is that what somebody said?
That's how Resurrection opens up. They show that.
Oh, are you fucking kidding me?
No.
They pulled that.
They cut in the very first scene of Resurrection. They show a flashback where he switched places with the ambulance driver, and she chops up the ambulance driver's head. That's why she's in a mental institution now.
What?
And then he goes in there and kills her. In the opening scenes of that movie.
And Josh Hartnett is nowhere to be found.
Yeah, good. No, I like Josh Hartnett, but it's a terrible, terrible series. At least Freddy is fun. And Jason, those are all the same movies, so you can't.
They're all schlocky, but they're
all
funny.
But Freddy was fun, and they're memorable, and they're done so differently each movie that I remember them. Jason movies are all the same. I will never be able to keep them straight, but I remember them. The Halloween movies are so bland and stupid and all over the place,
and they change.
There's no style to it at all.
Yeah, they always change.
Just forget it.
Yeah.
Leprechauns, I remember. Hellraiser, I remember. These just nothing. They're bland as fuck. It's probably the worst horror franchise overall.
People love these movies, though. There's a fan base for them.
But if you're just judging one movie, Halloween, I gave it a 7.
Yeah, Halloween's a 7. Yeah, Halloween's a solid 7. Absolutely.
We will do our John Carpenter review or order when we finish up. However, we got usurped by Red Letter Media.
Yeah, I know.
We've been building to our rankings for this entire show. This is episode 22, and they step in and just do it out of nowhere.
Yeah, but they didn't do all of his movies like we did.
Yes, but it still bothers me, and I'm like, oh, kudos to them. Nothing against them. I'm just saying, I'm like, oh, come on. Right. I already announced that we're going to do that at the end of the series when we're done with this and just do our rankings.
Yeah.
The only thing is we're going to do it differently. We're including everything you directed that we watched. So, Elvis and Someone's Watching Me and all that sort of stuff. But
we still haven't watched Elvis.
Yeah.
That's the only one. Well, and Precinct 13. I don't think we did that one
yet.
And
The Fog.
Well, The Fog you don't want to do. The Fog you just do not want to touch.
I think that was the only 3 we got to watch, right?
We saw a lot of them, so yeah, that might be it. No, Memoirs of Invisible Man we didn't do.
Oh, yeah. So there's 4.
And Starman.
I'm pulling it up right now. See what else we got.
The Ward.
We didn't
do The Ward. Yeah, we got quite a bit. We got more than a few.
6.
Yeah.
That's it.
Roughly.
We will do Halloween 2 at some point. But
that's not... Carpenter didn't direct that. He just kind of co-wrote it.
I'm just throwing
it. Yeah.
The only reason I want to do that one is because it looks like a Carpenter movie. Dean Cundy did the cinematography. The cinematography is great. John Carpenter did shoot one scene when they're in the hospital parking lot.
Oh, okay.
And it looks like the most Dean Cundy shot ever. And it's weird to find out that Carpenter did that. I think I'm remembering that correctly.
Well, I watched Dean so close, I was like, second hand.
I have all these backgrounds I didn't get to use.
That's a good one.
That was a chance to show
Saw that one. Look at that one. Oh, fantastic.
Can't tell what that is. Yeah.
Yay. There's Halloween, Rob Zombie. Oh, that's Halloween Kills. I'm sorry. No, that's Halloween. That's Halloween 2018.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Poster, yeah.
So, I guess we're done. Let's get out of here.
All right.
LIWstudios.com for me.
King of the Screen.
Good job. You said it.
Yeah, that's right. I don't know when we're going to release them, but we're getting them built up. Be on the lookout.
Stephen King podcast. You and Zoe.
Yeah.
The Raiders of the Lost Flicks.com, because we are also live streaming to Adam's channel because Adam wanted to do this with us. This is a show we started for Adam because he loves himself some John Carpenter, but he's not here. So I really wish we could have heard him making.
It would have been good. It would have been good filler.
Movie. He would have hated this.
He would have hated the new one. Yeah,
man. But
so we still had, we couldn't. We were still trying to do our Dune show too. So
yeah, we're gonna
have to do a Dune show eventually.
We'll get around to that. But
yeah,
Adam,
you would have loved Dune. I know that. You would have loved Dune.
Hopefully.
Hate this movie. Love Dune.
Oh yeah, he would have hated this.
He would have hated this.
He would have liked the original Halloween though.
No, yeah, he likes the original. I don't think he liked the 2018 one though either.
This almost matches up on my screen, my background and the background of the show.
It's very nice.
Almost. I mean, he's like right behind you, but close enough.
Yeah.
All right. So until next time, in the meantime, I'm Phoenix West.
Dick.
So long, citizens. So long, Michael Myers. So long, Adam.
See you on the other side, Michael. He is pure evil.